Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I'm at 10 Carrot Hill looking for Prankster Sableye. This was another request I got, and I like the request. It gives me ideas of what you guys are looking for. So this is a lot like Mareanie in that you can't find Sableye in the wild. You're going to have to find it via chaining Carbink. It likes to attack the Carbink, so we're going to have to deal with that. And if you have only Sableye left on the field, no Carbink, it won't call for help. So we're going to have to figure out a way to keep the Carbink around. So I have a Smeargle with the moves Roleplay, Recycle, and I thought a Leppa Berry. I actually don't have a Leppa Berry. That almost proved really costly. I have Magnet Bomb for damage and Roleplay. That is not the right move you should have. Do not, and I repeat, do not use Roleplay or Skill Swap. You're going to want to use Gastro Acid or Worry Seed, and I'll show you why in a second. Now, on my first encounter, I get a Sableye. That's because, unlike Mareanie, the Sableye appear 50% of the time, so that's much easier. But before the 10th SOS encounter, there was a 0% chance it has its hidden ability. So for your first 10 encounters, you're just going to want to knock everything out. Doesn't matter if it's a Mareanie or a Carbink or a Sableye. Look, I'm still thinking, I still have nightmares of finding that Mareanie. That took me a long time. Anyway, Carbink are actually really annoying. They know Sharpen and Harden, so you might want to use a few X defenses. I forgot to buy X defenses, so that also proved to be a bit of a problem. This was a disaster, I must say. I really made every single mistake I could. So after your 10th encounter, here's what you're going to want to do to check the ability. I have Roleplay, again, mistake I didn't realize, and I'll show you in a second why that's a mistake, in case you're wondering. So the first thing you're going to do is use Heal Pulse. This is much better than Spore. It was recommended to me by some of you in the comments. This is a great idea. Heal Pulse, because of what Sableye has, even if it uses Nightshade, it will not knock out the Carbink. If it uses it turn 1 and then turn 2, it will. So just, if it uses Nightshade turn 1, just use Heal Pulse twice. So there, I used Heal Pulse, and now I'm safe to roleplay the Sableye. It has Keen Eye, which is not what I want. So you can see it used Nightshade again, not a problem, and I can just Magnet Bomb that Sableye. Now, some Sableye don't have Keen Eye as its ability. As you may or may not be aware, Sableye has Prankster, which is very useful. It gives it increased priority. But it also has an ability that I can't for the life of me understand why it would have. So I'm going to Heal Pulse the Carbink like usual. This time the Sableye uses Astonish, which does like nothing. I'm going to use my Roleplay, and look at that. I get the ability Stall. What does Stall do? Stall makes sure that you have lessened priority for all your moves, meaning you will always go last. You don't want that ability. That ability makes everything really difficult. You don't want the Carbink to be outspeeding you. It really is not a good thing. So I had to roleplay the Carbink just to get a better ability back. It's ridiculous. And if I just thought of that beforehand, I would have used Gastro Acid or Worry Seed, and I wouldn't have had this problem. So just as I'm running out of PP, this Sableye appears. And I'm running out of PP. I'm like down to, I think, 1 or 2 Heal Pulses and Roleplays. So I use Heal Pulse, and the Sableye outspeeds me. And the only way that could be the case is if it had Prankster. But it didn't need to use like a status move. It could have easily used an attacking move, and I'd have no idea. So that's really lucky. If you see the Sableye ever outspeed you, and it shouldn't, and it uses the status move, you know it has Prankster. And thankfully, because I didn't have any Magnet Bomb PP left, the Sableye helped me out and knocked out the Carbink. So I could catch it, and I just looked for the easiest ball to put it in. I didn't have any Dusk Balls, so I used a Net Ball, and there you go. I forgot the X defenses. I forgot to use Worry Seed or Gastro Acid instead of Roleplay, and I forgot to equip a Leppa Berry, and I still found the Sableye, which goes to show you these strategies are not intended to be a be-all and end-all. I didn't even follow the strategy I would use in the future. But, you know, with enough patience and a little bit of luck, let's face it, there's a bit of luck. That was I think that the odds of me finding one that quickly were something like maybe 20%. So, you know, not crazy odds, but, you know, still pretty good. And that's all there is to it a lot of the time. Thanks for everyone for giving me the Heal Pulse, idea. You know, I don't have names in front of me, but that was a bunch of you that I would update the Mareanie video for that as well. It's a really, really, really good idea. I just show off here that, in fact, it does have Prankster. I was a little worried because I didn't actually check. And yeah, just any suggestions, any Pokemon you're having trouble with, leave me a comment below. I'm currently working on Rough Skin Gabite, which actually is kind of easy once you find Gabite, but that's pretty difficult in of itself. So I'll talk about that next time. Until then, take care.